Guess who's back? Da, da, da. Back again. Da, da, da. Guess who's back? Da, da, da. Call a friend. We got a last second stream. I haven't changed the fucking stream title. Probably should curse him on the Rutgers League channel. I think, unless the stream key changes when you change the name. I hope it doesn't. I haven't pulled up any op.ggs. I'm going in completely freaking blind. Oh god, all I know are Team Vengeance and their champions. They're currently up a game, however. They won game 1. I believe the enemy team FF'd, which pretty sure it's against the rules. But other than that, we do have Lulu, Renata, and Lucian all taken out from Team Vengeance, 3 bot side bans. Meanwhile, Diana, Xerath, and Mord taking out 3 AP champions. I'm actually a bit surprised over the Diana ban, just because I don't believe Dumb Jungler plays much Diana, and if it is, I don't think he's playing solo queue much. And it is going to be a first pick Seraphine from the side of Team Vengeance. Still a viable flex pick in this patch. Obviously, it did get hit a bit as it was a fairly strong in the bot lane role, but it can still go mid bot support. Other than that, it's going to be responsive Zyra Wukong. Maybe they think the Seraphine is going support or bot there. It is a bit surprising to see it Zyra pick come out so early, just because there are a lot of counters to her. And of course, Wukong, very standard ADC. Sorry, not ADC, jungler. Has been for so long now, I feel. Gonna have to stick with it for a bit longer, as it is picked up. Still can flex to the top lane as well. And it's gonna be a Misfortunes. That probably means it's gonna be Misfortunes Seraphine bot. Very, very strong bot lane. So much poke, especially if the Misfortune goes Comet, and with potions being nerfed this patch, that poke is gonna stick a lot harder. And of course, Pantheon Jungle to round out first 3 picks. I believe it was picked game 1 to great success. And of course, it is one of the champions that Dumb Jungler has played a lot of. I believe he did used to be a Pantheon and Olaf 2 trick. And Aphelios is a really big surprise just because champion, of course, incredibly weak and has been just due to pro play. So to see a player pick it up, especially here, and I believe the Plat Plus, Plat Below tournament is a bit surprising. Gonna be a Katarina ban targeted at Silol, I believe his name's pronounced. Not exactly sure. Not a champion he plays. Actually, no, sorry. It's a champion he plays often. It's he played it in Flex a couple days ago. He doesn't actually have many rankings on his account this season, but last season his most played was Katarina, and this season he dropped a 16 bomb in Flex. So there you go. And lastly, it's just going to be a Darius ban target towards top lane, because both top and mid are open. The assumption is that Pantheon is sticking to the jungle. So 2 soul lane bans are a necessity. And let's see, Volibear gonna go top. Of course, they can always swap between the 2 top jungle of Wukong Volibear. Responses could be maybe a Kale, or just something that can farm safely, because the Volibear, very, very strong early game champion, has been even after the nerfs, especially in the top lane still. I don't believe he's seen much jungle play after it. Aatrox is a bit of an interesting pick. I actually don't like it much, just because if they do decide to flex that Wukong top lane, he just eats up Aatrox for breakfast. Of course, if it is the Volibear top, Aatrox should be a bit happier there. Of course, Volibear does bring a lot of dive, but speaking of dive, this composition they got going for them of having the Pantheon go in. Oh no, it's gonna be swapped to Sauce actually. Uh, Not too many good ultis on Stockton, which makes me wonder why would they would pick Sauce. Mostly it's just the Wukong you're gonna be taking. I guess you could go for Zyra, giant AoE knockup for a good counter engage on a dive, mayhaps. Of course, it is also blind Silas. There are a lot of champions that can really stuff it in lane. Lux, I'm not sure if it's one of them, just because well, Silas does have the dash to block out, to dodge out on the Q, so it's gonna be a bit hard for him to get caught out in lane. Of course, the E poke will eventually start adding up, especially once Lux gets her Lost Chapter gets 3 points in E, because level 1, 2 Luxie, not really that much, but when she does start getting towards her first time, be it Crown or Ludens, gets her Sorks going, that's when the E really starts to add up. Especially because at Sauce, it is a bit risky to be going in for these W trades. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a 3-point Q max onto the Silas in early laning phase, just because it's gonna be really hard to get near that Lux unless he risks it with trying to land an E2. I just finish typing in. Name's nop.gg. I have no idea who's on Stockton. I don't even know if they go Rutgers. It is a bit weird to be back on casting just because I haven't cast in a really long ass time, not gonna lie. First one since, I want to say, early Fireside? Because I didn't do finals there. Anyway, let's back to these team compositions here. Zyra Aphelios is not typically a lane you usually see, just because Aphelios really does need a champion, like some form of peel, any form of peel. But with this Wukong, Bear, Zyra, Lux, if someone were to jump on him, he's gonna get screwed over. They do have a lot of ways to buy space with the Lux E and the Wukong ulti, but other than that, you're staring down the barrel of a Pantheon who no one can really stop other than the Wukong ult and a Seraphine to just blast through your entire engage, and it most likely will be hitting the Zyra Aphelios Lux in these jungle skirmishes that will most likely be occurring. It's going to be a bit hard for Stockton to navigate these fights. I do want to see what uh, Dumb Jungler does on the Pantheon early game. I wasn't able to catch game 1. However, Pantheon still does remain to be an incredibly strong early game jungler. Typically, you want him with champions that can shove in early, and usually an engage, like if you're going to be playing towards the bottom, you do want an engage support of sorts just to help tank up the turret for these dives. So it does make me wonder if he's going to, rather than go bot, so go towards the mid lane, which so should be shoved in, or the top lane, where Aatrox does have a fair amount set up into the Volibear. And as the timer does tick down, it does look like it is going to be the Volibear top here for uh, Berg. I'm not even. I'm gonna botch that name so bad. I'm so sorry. It's fur 6, but I don't know if that 6 is supposed to be a G. Why can't people just have simple names? Party Potato, great. Fire Ferret, great. You can't mess those up. It's impossible. But Fur 6, Berg, I don't even. Fire? It could be fire for all I know. That 6 could be a lowercase e. And no one's told me anything. But with that, it is going to be. Wait, hold on. It's only a 2-minute delay. Alright, games. You're too kind. Is this why class been bugged? You're trying to edit spec delay around? Oh well. Yeah, back to the Silas though. Uh, just terrible ults across the board in Wukong. Lux ult does have the incredibly short cooldown, especially as the game goes on. So if he's ever in range, maybe you can look for some poke with that. But it is an interesting pick to see here. It will help a lot with these early game skirmishes I expect Dumb Jungler to take, just because Sylas incredibly strong when it comes to them. So much single target damage on the champion, you can really easily blow someone up. And the point and click stun on this Pantheon will make it so incredibly easy to land that Q2, that E2 from Sylas that do so much damage. And of course, this MF Seraphine lane, if Seraphine ever hits ulti, you're probably dead in the 2v2. The 3v3 bot side also probably favors the side of Vengeance as well. But so that is another thing they have going for them. They'll have the push, most likely. Of course, Zyra, incredibly strong early game champion. Pre-6, so hard to contest her due to the plants. However, when you're playing this pick like Comet MF, which I assume it to be, it's going to be very miserable for this Aphelios to step up and get any farm whatsoever in this lane. Let's do a little gander, and it does look like it is going to be the Comet MF here. Game hasn't started just yet. I have gone to op.gg, which tells you all the runes you need to know. How kind. Looks like Vinin has not gone all in on the lane dominant rune page. He has taken the Comet, however, sometimes you do see MFs tend towards the cheap shot in the second tree rather than inspiration, as just a little means more damage. I believe they did buff cheap shots damage after all. And with that, we should be getting into game really soon. 3, 2, 1. I get to see who the fraud exactly on the mastery point. Unless, is it gonna start? Right games. Black screened. We give 5 seconds before I have to foreign hit reconnect. Never know. Hey, let's go. It worked. Yeah. Lux did to end up taking the first strike into the Sylas as well as a Bear, looking to just play fairly safe. I know Dumb Jungler prefers the what's it called? The Gore Drinker Pantheon build that's been showing up in pro play a bit when Pantheon ever does get picked. Just because it does add a bit of survivability in the team fights, which Pantheon really starts to struggle in after 1 item, 2 item. And with that, I think I can swap it over. I hope I don't break anything. Wait, I learned this. Studio mode. Transition. Oh, baby. Oh god, I forget the buttons. Is the N? It is N. Okay, we're saved. We're finally into game. John, let me tell you, I love to fix this title. Ask Josh, bro. Ask Josh. I can't do anything, man. It looks like it's gonna be a 5-stack. Potentially there was an invade game 1. I'm not sure, but considering the level 1 coming out from Team Stockton with the Lux route that could potentially come in, it makes sense that they'd be a bit afraid. Of course, no, just standard 5-point coming out, so they are just gonna retreat. I'm gonna actually time out Jimmy because I'm incredibly biased. You know, don't mind me. Shouldn't have given him a mod. What you gonna do about it? Yeah, looks like Wukong gonna be starting bot lane here. Maybe he predicts Pantheon's gonna send his first gank topside. Gotta shift off manual camera. I'm lazy as fuck. Oh shit, chicken. Oh well, too late. MF has also gone towards the D-ring first item as starter. Here comes first strike poke already, starting to add up 10 whole gold right off the bat. But yeah, D-ring does allow the E to do a bit more damage. I'm actually not that big of a fan of the D-ring start, because while it is nice, typically doesn't actually matter much, just because you're not necessarily you don't necessarily care about the EAP ratio on MF. You really care about for the slow to be guaranteed that Comet hits, as well as the first proc. I know some MFs when they go Comet they'll also max the E, just for the push. And usually it's the like 20 or so AP you're getting from Deer, plus the adaptive don't mean much. Level 2 is going to be hit first, but a very nice trade back and flash forward coming out from nice ward, as well as another plant on top. A bit of an overextension from Kirito there. Did not expect the Aphelios burst to come in from the level 2 spike where he does get access to 2 abilities rather than the 1, because level 1 he doesn't get any. With that, was really taken down low so quickly. Did opt for the Font of Life Revitalize rather than Bone Plating in this lane, just because it is fairly easy to pop. And look, we're gonna look top lane here, as here comes Dumb Jungler. He's playing towards that top side. W's thrown out a bit early from Choms, which means nothing's gonna come from this gank a bit. Unfortunately, here comes the mid roam as well. Didn't see this one coming. The mid push most likely gonna mean Dumb Jungler is gonna get taken out here. I can't imagine him escaping this. Level 3 no E. And yeah, the root land's gonna go down first blood to Volibear. I'm not even gonna attempt to say his name anymore. I don't want to botch it. Yeah, Volibear taken out. That's gonna be an early starting. I actually wish Wukong stayed around to help him shove out that wave. As more poke landing from Desire, more plants for everything. Choms could actually play to hold a freeze here. Volibear doesn't have the TP, and does look like Wukong is stealing away some of the jungle camp topside, because Dumb Jungler did forego his entire topside to make that play work. But this is not what you want to see from Choms. Volibear is already wanting to back, so the fact that he already chunked him to half HP is so nice. He's going to be using the passive to get this wave in, and Chom's going to try to make something happen, try to prevent Volibear from getting this crash in, but the E straight onto the wave, it's inevitable at this point. Both top laners mostly likely going to have to back off this. Chom's going to try to hold the freeze. Wave going to come in soon, so it looks like he will get it, but at what cost? He's already half health. Volibear has kept the ignite from the level 3 skirmish top lane, so he's going to be in a really bad spot. On top of Volibear also having red buff, and yeah, it's going to be first item Ninja Tabi, just going to make life so much harder. And kind of wish I didn't see that CS in there. No plants onto the Seraphine as Q lands, and that's actually going to be a lot of damage. He chooses to use the purple gun Q. This gun sap right here, very nice for the Aphelios. There's so much more wave control, and it does allow you to really threaten a 2v2 kill so easily with the Infernum Q. As Pantheon does jump out of the bush, he's going to bail out Chomps, but not going to mean much as Volibear just runs stun. Job's done, get him out there. The tier 2 boots doing paying off really nicely. As I do believe, yeah, Venon's going for the Emax here. Did end up getting the tier on first back, so he'll have that start stack. But yeah, here's what's time about the Infernum Q. And yeah, that's just going to be Cleanse Burn. A nice ward does get chunked down fairly hard, but that's only, let's say, 180 second cooldown gone from Veen, and that's going to make threatening these 2v2 following so much easier, especially if Aphelios chooses to keep the purple gun in the tank. One flash Q would be probably done here. Zyra does have the ignite up, but that E landing so much damage from the Comet and the Scorch. Yeah, another E landing, this time from Seraphine, just chunked 200 HP as here comes Dumb Jungler. He has the flash, this should be a guaranteed kill here. Here he comes, and just a bit too afraid to step up because of the lack of cleanse, and now a fight is going to be breaking out here. Silo level 6 picked up the Wukong ult, here it comes, gonna look onto the Lux, but no more charges left. Dumb Jungler level 4, maybe he's a bit overextended as he misses the Q. E2 whiffs, and Fire Ferret pops the barrier, the bait, oh my god, a 4-man ulti! Gonna just shred through them, man. And now here comes the Aphelios double root from the flamethrower. They're surely both dead here. And yeah, that's gonna be a 4-for-0 play off the back of a 4-man Lux ult cash-in. just a huge overreach, and it looks like, despite being 0-2, Dumb Jungler is gonna try and make the best of a bad hand. Opting for, I believe that's gonna be Eclipse. Usually that's what most Pantheons run if they're going Lethality Mythic, but it's gonna be so hard to do any damage whatsoever. Wukong gets the natural stack armor. Volibear is most likely going full tank here. And Lux probably also gonna pick up Azanias into that team composition. So it's mostly just gonna be the Aphelios and Zyra he's gonna look onto, but Zyra can preempt it by self-ulting, and that's gonna disrupt any most Pantheons' damage. Because he has just a huge item gap in the jungle, in the bot lane, in the mid lane. Already a 3k gold lead. As interestingly enough, Zyra's gonna be picking up the Oblivion Orb. I actually don't really like it into the MF certainly, but pausing that, just an all-in from top lane, late ulti, but an early ignite means that Chomp's gonna get out with the flash R, but he could just die here to an E. Gonna skirt out of there with his own though. I always hate seeing that whenever like an Aatrox goes for a trade and they pump all their damage out, their whole mind, body, soul, and then after everything's done, they have no more cooldowns. Oh yeah, I could pop ulti. Let me do that really quick. That time you had to use that this game, maybe you didn't think that fire would go all the way. But speaking of all the way, the root lands red, white, the 1v1 guns, highest DPS combo. As Sah's just gonna pick up the Luxul to push out the wave, make sure it gets in. As Wukong hovering, he smells blood in the water. Seraphine fairly low, no flash. But Aphelios doesn't really have good guns to start this off. Zyra's really close to 6. I believe she's hiding in the bush to hide when she gets it, but it doesn't matter because here comes the flash, the root, the ulti. Gonna be a dead Seraphine on the floor. 0-2-0 now. A great root coming out from Zyra. Yeah, just more trading. This Aatrox pick not looking too hot currently, especially with the Volibear going the Ramble Vest and Tabi early. Aatrox has so much trouble choosing armor stacking components. Bro, what do you want me to do, Shiv? I can't change the title, okay? I'm too weak. I'm too weak. And yeah, here comes Dumb Jungler. He's gonna ult straight in. Yeah, that's the combo you will probably be seeing a lot this game. Pantheon W, MFV, MF ult. Just 100 a 0. Cleanse be damned. He couldn't escape because of the MFE slow. I would like to see Venan actually use his ult more often. Now that he does have it, just use it. Just practically spam it in lane to make sure you do have the priority. Because with this early game falling, oh, flash W, here it comes. E2 gonna whiff though, which means probably not gonna kill. The Q snipe, not gonna be much. The E ult, where was the ult? The auto killed. Holy Lux is a Burke champion. They have nice eye stacks now. And yeah, E ult to blow up the wave. God bless Lux. That ult is already nearing. Yeah, it's a 60-second ult level 1, I believe. 50 seconds because of the haste she has. Yeah, Seraphine just gonna come up, slurp up some XP really quick. Missed that last hit, probably didn't communicate with backing. As Wukong heads onto the Herald with that newfound tempo. Zyra already here actually, I really do like that support roam. Of course it didn't amount to much, but it's just nice to make sure that you are there for the play in case anything goes awry. Especially because Meth had just backed and was walking back to lane. You did have the nice timer. Yeah, just more farming. Oh, I do wonder how much. Oh wow, Seraphine from top. I'm not sure if that means much, but here it comes. The ult through Chom's gonna charm Volibear up, and he's gonna get taken out. Yeah, it's just a great roam there. Gonna give Choms a way back into that lane. 13 CS up now. Probably gonna get a plate as well. Volibear no TP. But because of that, Venan does need to play a bit careful. Wukong was not in the area, so of course that's not gonna be a dive. Had he passed bot, I believe she could have got first turret there. As yeah, here comes the Siren Poke, just come with some plants up. Fire Ferret actually getting pretty low from the sauce. He does have his lost chapter, so he can sling spells a lot more aggressively. Or he's just gonna be chucked out. Below not laying, which means they're not gonna work towards that Q. And Lux just gonna walk down here. Maybe see if she can make play happen. 240 gold made in the first trick so far. Eats up the honey fruit and probably gonna go back to lane here. As Silo needs to be a bit careful. The Wukong, who does have Herald still. Dragon is up. Bot lane does have the priority due to the support roam here. Probably just gonna place the Herald and then sprint straight to Dragon. That's gonna be about 2 plates only, I believe. I don't think they're gonna be around to get a third, as they do work towards the Dragon. Dumb Jungler is here, but look at that. The Wukong snuck in with W, gonna be flashing away Venus. As yeah, it's gonna be a Dragon going to the side of Stockton, most likely. Yeah, Dumb Jungler already backing. Not gonna be much they can do. They've commanded 4. It's gonna try blow up the wave and recall here because Lux has decided to go towards the Dragon. Speaking of Lux, she has completed her first mythic item. And oh, that is just so much damage. Dumb Jungler has left the game. Oh no. Oh, there he's back. Let's go. Yeah. Dumb Jungler has opted for the Eclipse. Looks like Party Potato does finally have his Thunder complete, as well as the tier 2 boots. Hasn't backed yet either, which makes me assume he's up about 1k or so. Yeah, 1200 gold up because of the 2 kills, 3 assists, and Chomp's just boxing with this Volibear as the game freezes. Let's go. It's probably because of the pause. That kind of sucks. Oh well. We do get a nice freeze frame of the mid-auto Aatrox. Check the mod view. You're a genius, Chev. Hold on. Does mod view give me the power I need? Oh, game's on pause. That's a bit awkward. Yeah, let me see if I can. I don't know. It's only some streams where you can change the title to mod view. Alright, I can't change. I can't change the title to mod view. Right. Back to the game, however. Oh, Curse is flying all the way to the right. Yeah, it has to be a thing to learn monster change now. I cannot believe that that's not a thing that's toggled, by the way. Considering how many times I've asked Josh or Ship to change the title. Oh well. E2 from Thas could be juking out on the W. Let's see how much he gets from the trade, but here comes Wukong. Has the E, but just barely not. Has the W, but just barely on range. Yeah, here comes another trade from Aatrox. Gonna miss out on the W, actually. But Fire 6 is just juking every Q sweet spot. And here comes the turn. We're gonna have the W really soon for the missing health heal. Can he land it? Maybe not. I'm actually surprised he wasn't up yet. Is he maxing? He is. Going E-max second. That's abnormal, I believe. Jeez, I tend to see them go to W second. But that might be on the jump. Yeah. Back to that Blink now. Let's do a checkup. Yeah, that's why I assumed. Usually against Seraphine, she's definitely not getting much healing out of her W, especially early game, since it's a missing health heal. But yeah, the 42 on that Living Orb is not surprising the slightest. But they did recently buff the combat stats on the item, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Shiv, you want to be a caster? I can call you right now. You can be a caster. You can be Rutgers' very own Nolman caster. Some jungler just gonna continue farming up. Hasn't really been able to make a play happen. His ulti is still on the way back. Such a long cooldown. I believe it's 3 minutes. What's the bind? Shoot, what's the bind? Yeah, 3-minute cooldown. Jeez Christ, one of the longest cooldowns in the game right there, I believe. Yeah, so I was just gonna try to get the wave and prevent Venus from freezing, which is a bit surprising. Maybe they just want the wave to be stay, especially because their jungler is going to be looking for a topside play here. I do expect to see Lux make try pull the wave to the best of her ability. She does, but gonna take a back fight. Kong going for his topside play. Yeah, let's just see it. Chomp's being in. Volibear doesn't have the ulti or flash to gap close, so he is trying to bait it. But yeah, dumb jungler just gonna spot it out with his Scryer's blue. Yeah, here comes the trade. Does no Wukong's there, baits his time out. Very, very nice. That's just more E spamming in the bottom lane. We love Comet Misfortune. 444, 374 versus 1100 damage on Comet, 550 March. That is certainly a rotation champion. Yeah. Lux actually gonna... Not sure if this is normal. I believe that's gonna be Horizon Focus or Shadow Flame. If it's Shadow Flame, I really, really like that. It's just so nice. So much pen on top of the Ludens and Sword Shoes. You might be overdoing it a bit, but especially because you're only 1 to 2 AP on the team other than the support, I don't expect to see much MR itemization. So it does surprise me to see Venan and Dumb Jungler picking up. Oh god. Merchants, that's not good. That's not very good at all. I'm really surprised to see the Merchants itemized from Venan here. Because typically, well, 1, he already has the cleanse, and 2, if you're getting CC'd without cleanse, you're dead. Merchant's tenacity is not saving you if you're MF and you get CC'd by Zyra, Lux, or Volibear. More train going on, Seraphine gonna check out the double W to make sure Dumb Jungler is not chunked out too hard as Lux goes fishing. Discount Zoe really wants to get her root in. Yeah, Dragon 10k HP at 18 minutes, baby. That's 12.14 for you. Zyra's gonna try create as much space as possible. Has only 1 seed left though. A damn pop it. Now it's 5v4 here, but yeah, Dumb Jungler has to commit the E already. No passive stack. As Chomp's just having his time baited out. They're kiting the ulti so well. The Aphelios green-white turret here, and Volibear is finally here for the flank from top lane. Landing the Wukong. There's a Silas trying to create as much disruption as possible. He's gone down the streets. Volibear now as the make rain bullet rain. Fuck, I forgot the new ulti. Came down, didn't do shit because that's the one I'm MF without Mura mana. Just a great flank from Volibear there. They took way too much time trying to get, trying to push out the side of Stockton. Hold on, where is this shit? Jimmy, I'm not only casting a billion years, by the way. Wait, oh? Hey, let's go. Bullet time. There you go. But MF hasn't been so long, I haven't ever had to say her ulti name. Hello, Shiv.
Hello.
Well, Shiv, what do you think went wrong in that dragon fight there?
So, the issue is, I think this game was kind of doomed from draft.
Draft if
I am
you want,
extremely
kinda like that
low.
one.
So, with Pantheon, I think the only reason they let Pantheon through is because Wukong is a very strong pick. And Wukong can fully disengage Pantheon's only engage, which is like W, and his ult. And that dragon fight was really risky because what the enemy team was trying to do, or Stockton, they were trying to stall for volley to get some sort of like flank. And the issue with Misfortune is they have no DPS for the volley, unless they're ahead.
Yeah, I want to say another big thing about that is that by the time that Silas was actually able to give Seraphine and Misfortune the setup to actually get their ulti combination off, Volibear had already flanked them. They spent too long trying to get in towards the pit through the Zyra plants, through the Lux E's, through the Lux Q. That, Yeah, it's just the Volibear is causing way too much disruption as Minen and Kirito are about to go down here. A bit pushed up a bit far there. As he has Ophelius working towards speed terrain. Yeah, there's the Shadow Flame I was speaking about earlier. Even more value just because of the Seraphine. So many, just giant AoE team shield there. And with this, Vamp Scepter picked up, especially going towards the UT, this MF E-Poke build is really not going to mean much as an E missed, ult missed, oh, that's going to be one pick guaranteed at the very least. Desire Plant going to go off as here comes the Cleanse Burnt. A bit of a crusty rotation, but maybe that's all I could get because of Ophelius. As yeah, red ulti gonna give him lifesteal he needs on top of the Vamp Scepter to get him out of there. So it's just gonna be a 1-for-0 trade after committing 4 people, but Volibear willed on the top turret. Lux, I believe she was able to shove the wave in. And more heal cutting is being picked up on the side of Stockton here, as Party Potato looking for a play if Chomps gets a bit too up to the end. And yeah, here comes the engage. Bit of a late reaction from Wukong as Chomps is just gonna ult out of there. Maybe Party Potato wanted Aatrox to be a bit further to the right lane as Firefare is on the prowl, but gonna whiff everything as well. But you know what? It wasn't as bad as the bot play, so I'll take it. Silos here to make sure Chomps can pick up the wave as Beanin goes to claim mid-wave for himself. Manamoon not completed just yet. Does need a bit more cash. Yeah, about 300 gold off of it. But once he gets that, he already has the tier stacked from buying it early in lane, so that'll be a nice fight for him. However, maybe it is a bit too little too late. They're already down 6k gold in the gutter here. And looks like Desire does have the first time completed. Ophelius had 2 items. And this Pantheon is just a rock. Does look like he's going towards a more Bruiser focused build with Sama as Seraphine. Yeah.
Oh.
The burden of that's the burden of playing an enchanter right there. Trying to face check for vision for your team when behind. Yeah, good luck with that one, man. Let's get a goal check up on this Lux. Has up the first strike. Last time I checked it was 200. Now we're at 470. About a kill and a half. As Volibears walked all the way down. I don't believe they're contesting this with that Seraphine. 10 seconds, she might be able to get there in time actually. It's Infernal Rift, and this will be the soul, but they're just so weak in comparison, man. This Lux has ulti up. She can get her ult alone will probably half health half of the team of Vengeance here as they start on the dragon. And here comes the Wukong ult steal. Pantheon looking onto the Volibear, but he's just so tanky with the Sunfire Cape. Bullet time landing onto the Wukong clone and the Volibear as Silo's just trying his best to make as much save as possible. He gets Desire, but is it enough to get the Volibear? Because of how much time he bought, but here comes the Ophelius Assault Infernum! What season is it? Season 2020 or season 2022? As a 4-man ult spells the Doom of 2. And it's gonna be an Infernal Soul take for the side of Stockton here. Ophelius untouched in the fight.
That Volibear did his job.
Yeah,
he
did
managed to
his
stop
job.
4 of Vengeance's players while Sawa was busy backlines.
Yeah, that tank build, I mean, with a build like Eclipse Manamoon MF and a Pantheon with Eclipse into Eclipse into Maw, you just do not have the frontline damage your team needs. Aatrox can't shoot through frontline at all. MF is that build's focused on E ulting. I mean, she landed her full bullet time duration on Volibear. He lost like what, half his health?
Yeah.
If you're committing your bullet time to take down the beefy frontline, it's just so much harder for you to navigate these fights as Team Vengeance, man.
I mean,
they are saying up a bit of a death rush. As
Eclipse does not get those volley alone.
kinda shit. Wukong flanking actually. Chomp's gonna try to maybe put a stop to it. Here comes Zyra ulti. Venon's just completely caught out. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, oh, Echo. No more Echo. Oh my god, the Lux shielding is so massive on top of the Aphelios BT. This game is so hard now. They should be able to push for an end once they get this Baron buff. As Volibear finally takes out the top one outer. 12 is Magi stacks on top of the Lux here. I want to say about 300 AP, yeah, 350. And yeah, once that Baron's gonna be another, what, 30 or 40? He's so healthy because of BT. Chomps is killing himself on this Volibear right now, doing absolutely no damage to him because he's going Death Stand second. Not. Yeah, Aatrox in the tanks, man. What you gonna do about it? A look onto Party Pooper from Dumb Jungler and Systex Conqueror, but what's next? You don't really have anything here. You have the Seraphine ult, you have the MF ult, but how'd you lock them down long enough for those ults to come together? Aphelios has the white sniper, but here it comes. Zyra ult to engage it. Chom's flashing out. Wukong ult to buy some time for Aphelios to get more damage out, but he just burns it down. And here comes the Pantheon actually to re-engage, but Zyra ult to disengage it. Root, and they're just running for the hills. 0 for 2 is exactly what you like to see, but at what cost? The ult? Oh my god! that was. I actually have her health. First Drake proc I thought was about a killer there. He was a melee champion to have a range, but still, holy moly. Salas is able to get a really good Zyra ult onto the backline, and of course the MF ult able to come down just in time. But wow, that was almost catastrophic. Pick up on the kill at the end there. Elder not gonna be up for a bit longer, I'd say. 230 more.
No, it's crazy that that was first strike damage, Luden's Shadow Flame, and only 12 stacks.
That's so much pen on top. Seraphine's taking free damage from this Lux right now. Yeah, he's gonna try to push out more waves here. Got the Baron buff pushing in the mid lane. Top wave's getting shoved in. Wukong actually clearing his top side right now. As, yeah, these Zyra plants, it's actually hell for Dumb Jungler to try and clear these wards right now. It looks like, I want to say that's going to be a Rylai's Crystal Scepter for Zyra, just because of how many melees. I doubt she has the income for a Democracy either. And yeah, this Lux is working towards a Rabadon's death cap. It's going to be so massive. Wukong also has picked up the Guardian Angel. And yeah, they're looking on to Volibear here. They most likely do have enough damage as here comes the Pantheon Q. Yeah, E2 from Salas, the lockdown was enough. So he gets taken out. A minute 26 before Dragon, but is that Hillsang with the support split push? Gonna take out a top turret solo there. As Aphelios just pushing in mid, no one can touch this man. As Seraphine loses half her health to a Luxie alone. Luden's proc on top, and yeah, that's gonna be another inhib. That's gonna be one inhib going down, another to go down soon. As Chomp's looking, but is it enough? Here comes the Pantheon. The bullet time gonna actually whip as the double knockup. Seraphine will come down, but it's a bit too late. It's the flash knockup from the Wukong, the ulti, the Infernum, the double kill. It crit. That is gonna blow you away. Huge counter engage from the Wukong there, and it's just gonna be gonna be a Nexus explosion. Tie it up 1-1. We're going to game 3. That was certainly a bit of a stomp there. Ooh, there we go. They still haven't fixed the overlay, actually.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. I'm really glad. Look at the damage. Yeah, 25, almost 26k Lux damage. Wukong didn't do much, but he did what his job. He was able to buy space for the Lux, for the Aphelios to get their damage off in the fights, and Venan was just never close enough to get his ulti damage onto the squishy backline. And with that, I believe we're gonna head to a small break, then go to game 3. Let's hope I have this set up properly. Oh god, wait a second. Hold on. That's not the right one. Oh, uh-oh. I think I broke it. I think uh you know what? It's not working, so do you know what we'll do instead? We'll do this one. Let's do this one instead. Alright, we'll be right back. I got to
葉繰り返し寝ても覚めてもやまないそっけない君の笑顔が恋しくて星に願うのまた会えるよね
Alright. Alright. I got betrayed, I'll be honest. They went through draft without me.
That's
they
hype.
went they went through draft without me. So now all we have is a sad post-draft screenshot to look at. It looks like
Interesting.
Stockton did end up going a first pick brand, which is incredibly abnormal. They of course they did go support, and Ash is on top of that. Does give them a lot, a lot of laning strengths, especially post 6, when you can look for these plays with the Ash ultimate. And into mobile champions like the Jhin, like the Seraphine, those picks are a whole lot easier. Of course, Pantheon, nothing to scoff at here in this draft either, especially into Brand and Ash, two champions with no self peel. Uh, he also does have the the Jhin this time, which should make it a bit easier to set up these bot lane ganks. And another thing to note is that this time Team Vengeance did end up picking Lux for themselves. It is into a Kiana, which is incredibly scary, especially before you do get your crown, which most likely is something that will be getting picked up by the Lux just because Kiana has so much upfront burst.
Now,
And of
this
course,
is I find it interesting that they went for a third game of Pantheon.
yeah, they're trying to get a repeat performance of the first game. I believe he was like 8-6 or something like 8-6
Mhm.
20 or something like that. It does for whatever reason. It does look like X Pound and a nice ward are actually a lot higher ranked than I thought they were. Oh, does uh, it does explain why the Desire was going for those roams that I thought were pretty nice, because, well, they are master player. What are you gonna do about it? Master player in the lower bracket, baby. But yeah, they did end up Team Vengeance did end up going for a different pick into the Volley Bear. This time it's the Malphite, very tanky, very guaranteed engage as well. Pretty good wombo with the Seraphine. For me, the main problem in this draft is locking down this Kiana, especially if she's able to hide in the grass element. They don't really have a good way of dealing with it, other than just praying, praying that something lands. It is very hard, though. I believe she doesn't get the move speed inside of the
Is
grass
Vengeance
element.
blue side or red side?
Vengeance is red side's game.
Interesting. So they picked Malphite to Volibear, which is an interesting matchup. The way Khans has to play this matchup is he just can't fight Volley at all. He just has to poke and hope he doesn't lose too much CS. However, once he does get some sort of tank items, he can scuffle with Volley, but early on, Volley does have lane prio.
Yeah. Definitely gonna be a bit hard for a small fight, especially early. But once the game gets going, as the game goes longer, other than this brand, it's gonna be so hard to take this champion down, especially with that cripple on his E. This Ashe is gonna have a really hard time chipping away at the Malphite, especially because uh, once Malphite picks up the Warren Mail, Ashe really doesn't really have an opportunity to press Q. I believe, because I'm pretty sure she'll actually just deal negative damage. We should about 30 seconds left on the against the in the Spectali, so we should be about ready to go soon. I'm
I
probably gonna
will
head
say,
to.
I do think that the Wukong into Pantheon is good, and is probably the way Panth has to play is lane prio. He can't win a counter gank against Wukong pre-6. I mean post-6.
Mhm. Yeah, Well, we're definitely gonna want to see exactly where this Pantheon goes post 6 though, because that ulti is such a strong ganking tool. The semi-global presence of this ulti is very, very, very powerful. Cannot be understated. I believe. Let's see. If I hit this button and this button. I haven't streamed a cast for in a while. There's too many buttons to remember. Venan is on his Panda Jin, however. I'm surprised he went for the cleanse this game. Just because I guess they have the Ash ult. But that's like really the only CC that you're gonna be able to cleanse after that you'll live after the cleanse happens. Yeah, double D shield top lane. No surprises there. Sometimes you do see Malphite go Comet? Wait, hold on. That shouldn't be on. There you go. Yeah, dumb jungler looking. Gonna get the war down. Should be able to get it? Yeah, okay, it sticks around. I don't know if that'll give him much knowledge he cares about. I guess he could check for Wukong invade, but now that Wukong knows that ward's there, you can easily circumvent it by just Wing over the Baron Pit wall. With that, game officially run. No Comet Ash shenanigans this game. Comet for the Lux, I believe. Fire Ferret did go the First Strike, that's the name. First Strike when he played it. They both do have barrier, just to make sure they don't get blown up early. And a lot of longsword 3-pot from the side of Stockton, which I'm pretty sure is a lot weaker this patch just because of potion nerfs. I've seen a lot more ACs going back to that longsword, D-Blade 1-pot once more. I'm also a bit let's see. Game starts, opposite side clear. Both junglers starting the red buff. As already a small trade landing on Fire Fairy is gonna lose about 100 HP. Like 110. Yeah, very nice. Start to the laning phase there. As Syl just gonna keep on shoving. As dumb jungler once again most likely gonna do a full red side clear here. And gonna look for a cheese gank maybe. As yeah, another E landing. Kiana is in so much pain right now. Unfortunately, Seraphine does whiff on her damage. Meaning gonna hit level 2 first. Not gonna mean much that bot lane though. It's a bit hard for them to get their damage off, and this is where the D shield is really diced into the Bully Bear when that little electric bolt hits you. It's why some champions like to go the second wind into him, because the little lightning does like 7 damage or something. If you proc the revitalize, you proc the D shield, you're just coming out with more health. And the grass is really paying dividends. It's gonna be the grass Malphite, and usually when you go grass you see either, I want to say W or E max. Typically you don't go Q max much when you're going the full tank route. Yeah, just here comes dumb jungler. He is spotted out, but that brand is overstepped, I believe. But the gank's called off. Maybe he was afraid of a counter gank. I'm just really surprised he pulled it back. He had the flash. That was a guaranteed kill into the brand, I'm fairly certain. Especially if there's flash E's to follow up on it. As this so much poke landing onto this Kiana more and more. Still has his 3 potions, surprisingly though. And more train going on. Both top players still have their pots. While they're just not really able to chip away each other, these shields they keep regaining. Does not help that they both have grass. They're certainly stacking up on each other. As that top wave does begin to push out. And Party Potato not able to find the play on the mid lane. Brand putting in a lot of work with this poke. As Seraphine has finally begun to run out of mana. I'm not sure if she took biscuits. I could check. I believe they are nerfed. No, she didn't take biscuits. And went for the Resolves Tree secondary. As Pantheon looking for a play mid, mayhaps. Oh no, he's gonna be wrapping around. No red buff, however, anymore. And Seraphine's kind of running out of mana. Has the flash. Oh, I really like the panic. He circumvented the vision beautifully. But Seraphine, no mana now. She burnt it all in the trade. They're gonna look on the brand, stun landing, but that's gonna be a kill. Flash be damned. Yeah. Single bullet, no force shot needed. Now they could potentially look back on her. Kirito, maybe a bit of an overstep. Gonna cleanse nothing. Maybe he thought he had heal. As here comes. There goes nothing. Nothing happened down there. He did think he had heal. I thought like, oh no. But now that he's done it, he'll remember. He'll remember, yes, cleanse. That's how you nail it. This Lux continues to poke and prod at this Kiana with. Oh wait, no wait, hold on. What's the score like? Oh? Okay, never mind. Scoreboard is bugged. There we go. She did use all her potions. Malphite has first backed for a ton of armor. Makes sense. And it looks like Dumb Jungler once again opting into this Eclipse build. They went game 2. I've gone game 1. Yeah, this is a really unfortunate play from Pantheon. Bali missing the Q like that. And yeah, Kiana gonna miss out on cannon, which kinda sucks. And Malphite gonna be able to get this wave in, thankfully. It's such a fat wave. I'm actually kinda surprised making sure it goes in all the way. But there goes Wukong gonna be pathing back towards topside here. They should know that he's gonna be topside round now. As Kirito gonna be clearing out the plethora of vision in the bot side river to make sure that this Kiana is not attacked early. And yeah, Malphite paths down, gonna help secure Dumb Jungler his Scuttle Crab there. As now it's Brand's turn to clear out the river vision. 10 CS lead for X-Pound in the bottom lane here. The wave is pushing in, so it should stabilize a bit more. Of course, even after that, the lead should still be numerous as the Brand Comet poke is really it once again begins here. Has first back for the Darkseid, which isn't something you usually see, especially on supports, just because it's so hard to scrounge up in the flank forward your first time, especially if you're playing a mage support like Brand has huge poke landing, a great double E from Seraphine, that Q flank as well. That's what you get for not going potions, I guess, and when boots Darkseid instead. Now he's just gonna be stuck at the edge until he finds the honey for this. More trades going on top lane. Chom's starting to feel the pressure a bit. Yeah, he's going to W max, which I really do like. I wonder if that's gonna end up being the. Oh, here comes the ulti charge Q. Whiff. Everything's whiffing. Fancy feet on Ice Ward. Can he escape though? Pantheon has boots. Oh, the E. They actually need to evacuate now though. X-Pound gonna land another slow. Directed Camera wants to go back top for some reason as Silo is getting escorted back to the mid lane here. Venon's gonna walk up as well. Maybe they can go for Dragon. Brand's already pathing back. Didn't have a buy? Surely he does. 730 gold. As ulti gonna land onto Venon, but that's really nice. That means that they're probably safe to. They're probably not gonna die unless jungle interference comes in the lane. Because I can't imagine them getting hit by a Brandstone when they both have flashes up unless they're really greeting. Yeah, Ash Ult's such an important cooldown to get taken out there. Lux gonna be taking a recall now, gonna get her boots. Still up in the air about what mythic she ends up going here. As pretty nice chunk landing from the Q from Jin. Gonna get some boots there as Wukong goes into the Dragon. Pantheon gonna use his tempo. He doesn't have the ulti yet, but he will be able to either get his topside camps or even get top skull. As the Dragon take is going on, it's gonna take forever. He can look pretty easily onto the Volibear. Volibear shouldn't be able to get ulted by the Malphite just because Volibear ult does make him go unstoppable. As Volibear just hacks away at this turret. I'm a bit surprised he led with the Q actually. That's not... Huh? Oh, here comes the ult. His Jess came back up. Yeah, gonna force a flash. I'm really surprised he flashed instead of ulting there. He had to burn the ult anyway, I guess, but still. Meanwhile, bot lane, yeah, they're just forced off. They committed 3 mans. Ashe ult did come back up very quickly. So yeah, that's just gonna be minus a flash from Veenen and another wave sacked. He's gonna lose out on his bot. Dumb Jungler's gonna lose out on his bot jungle, but he is looking onto the Rift Herald as here comes Qiyana. Very dodgy play here from her. She's 1v3. But yeah, the grass element to stall. Here comes Wukong. I don't think Dumb Jungler can miss out on this just because Q execute damage, but they're just gonna fight. And yeah, huge Qiyana stun in the river. Double Wukong ult. Qiyana's edge of Ixtal is landing and it's doing so much damage. She's gonna pick up a kill. Wukong is gonna pick up a kill. Chomps is Malphite without ulti just staring at people. Shouldn't be in much danger here. I'm actually a bit surprised he's going for tier, but here comes Brand, a really good roam actually. And yeah, that's the magic damage lead. Chomp's gonna get taken out. Ignite from Nice Ward. Exhausted counter. Blaze just barely ran out, so she's gonna be fine. But still, it's a good roam up from the support, and it's gonna be Rift Herald taken. And Veenen can't really walk up to his Ashe. Yeah, he's gonna have to burn a very quick one though, so he won't be taking as much damage, but still a plentiful amount. Here comes the Pantheon ult, maybe a bit of an overreach. Should be dead here, just auto to death, right? Yeah.
Seems that Volley ult will be up soon, same as Qiyana ult and Wukong ult.
Wukong just gonna keep on clearing here. About 1.5k gold lead. As Dumb Jungler also gonna clear towards top side. Pantheon jungle buffs does allow him to clear kind of fast, but not really. It's still pretty slow compared to every other jungler in the game, but it's compensated for with how strong his ganks are. Obviously, they have been working out pretty well bot lane. He's got about 2 kills off of it for himself there, and the point and click stun really paid off dividends top lane when they forced the Void Flash. Of course, they are still down to Dragon. Next deck Dragon's about 2.5k in stats to each member of the team. Qiyana picking up the Mobies here, gonna try and make some plays happen across the map. Maybe gonna sack some of her lane. Yeah, more trading going top. I actually kind of wonder how many decks they have off of the grass, but here comes the potential ganks. It's gonna be getting recall. They're forced off bot lane because the Qiyana has all the way bot with her Mobies. Gonna be first hurt for certain. Well, Dragon coming up in 40 seconds. Both top players are pretty chunked. Neither of them have TP either, which is going to be pretty important. Lux is just going to blow up the wave with her ulti. It's not going to be up for Dragon, most importantly, though, and Qiyana can once again just stall so much time to juke out on the Lux. Not the Lux ult, the Ashe ult there. She doesn't have the grass element near enough. She can't pick it back up to hide. And now here comes the Jhin ult to buy some time. Nice Ward's just gonna be taking it, but yeah, finally Wukong steps in front. That's some nice damage off, but is it gonna be enough? As Nice Ward gonna land a bit more. They're all fairly chunked. Maybe they have to give this Dragon up as Qiyana's backing. She does have the Mobies and gonna pick up a 14-minute tier, which is weird. Yeah, I think they might give it. Wukong does have the ult, but No Ashel, no Kiana, which is so major at these big objectives. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be given up. Great pre-dragon poking and prodding from the mid-jungle duo of Team Vengeance allows him to pick that one up for free. Looks like Chom's just gonna clear out some vision. Looks like he's actually doing the Scuttle Crab. He should be able to get this one off. Yeah, the W max caught so much damage. As Dumb Jungler once again has a top cooldown to keep track of. He finally has Salty back up. I do want to see where he ends up going with it. He's sitting on 500 gold, so he had just backed. Malphite's still waiting on his mythic item actually, because he did pivot to get his tier 2s. He is a bit down in gold because of the plates that Volibear was able to pick up. But he is Malphite, it doesn't necessarily matter that he's finding gold, especially into a tank matchup. He is also going to be obscenely tanky as Wukong is kind of waiting in the wings here, but not going to be able to secure the Raptor just because of the Q execute from Pantheon. Yeah. Silo has to play so safe against Kiana, farming with Q and miss out on it anyway. Yeah, the Eclipse completion is so scary for this Lux right here, even with the barrier up. Brand working towards the Leandri as well, still has one stack on the Dark Seal. Yeah, Wukong just hovering more. W is so risky in the middle of that, from that Ashe, especially with the Brand right there, but he does have the cleanse up. You still don't want to have your cleanse cooldown burnt before objectives though. Especially because I believe that Betrayal is coming up in less than a minute here. As Chomp just continues to onto that wave. Firefarer gonna look, oh, as here comes the Pantheon, that was what I was talking about. He finds side where to use, and yeah, here it comes. Onto the Brand, he's gonna get taken out real quick. Everyone came together for that one. Unfortunately, Pantheon picked up the kill. I actually would like to see it go to Jin. But once again, one key point is just going to be who's going to be the one to kill the front line this game as Team Vengeance. Because this Volibear is going to be such a big problem. Same with the Wukong, he's going to get so much armor from his passive. And Jin isn't necessarily the greatest at killing frontline until like 5-6 items. When he gets his eye, when he gets his LDR. And he can't go crack because of how his auto attack speed is with his passive, so. Mostly gonna be, let's see, up to Dumb Jungler, maybe he can pick up a Black Cleaver or something.
It does seem like he's itemizing a Death Dance though, second. Just from a Caulfield and a Cloth.
Yeah, this is most likely gonna be the item. Which is a bit weird to me because I feel like it's going to be a while before anyone dies in this fight, so getting that reset for the Death Dance is gonna be a bit hard. Seraphine hasn't evolved her item yet just because she is a bit outraged by Brand. That's a bit hard for her to land her abilities. Of course, Brand has had so many opportunities to whack on the turret as well just because of how much time was dedicated to Party Potato onto that ball lane to force Vayne and Kirito off the wave time and time again. Meanwhile, Kiana finally has managed to close the CS lead, now has a CS lead of her own just because of the pressure. And it looks like a back in TP from Malphite, not what I'm expecting. He has his, he does have his Sunfire Cape now, however. Wasn't able to get his full mana back, as Venan walks into the Brand powered E, which hurts so much when the enemy, Brand has Leandri, so you get more trading, but tank v tank, baby. Tank v tank. They're just beefing on each other for 0 damage.
It's always interesting because it seems Volibear is losing all of these trades due to going in while Malphite's Bone is still up.
Yeah, CC chain. Here, probably gonna get taken. Oh. That's 500 damage, man.
Yeah.
Got him, GG's. It's very hard to react to the Malphite ult when you're so close like that, yeah. So he just got taken out. Maybe there was like a couple frames where he could have ulted the Pantheon W, but even then they probably just commit flash and he dies anyway. This Dumb Jungler picks up his 4th kill of the game. He's 100% KP Pantheon Super Jungle right here, as Dragon is coming up in 9 seconds, and no TP on the Team Vengeance top laner. TP on the Volibear, however, as Dumb Jungler potentially overextending here. Herald's gonna be plopped down, and they're just not equipped to take this fight. Dumb Jungler looking, but yeah, the Brand passive, here comes the ulti from Seraphine, but it's just not enough. This Kiana is wreaking havoc on Silo and Venus, who both have to run for the hills. Flash and Cleanse Burst on Jhin. Barrier from Lux, and they're just cut off by this Kiana. Yeah, not much to do there. Silo just gonna try to auto down. Sorry, not Silo. Firefairy just gonna auto down Venus there, as it looks like third dragon game is gonna go to the side of Stockton.
This Kiana's positioning was really good. She went. Oh, there's a pause.
4K gold's the deficit currently. Yeah, back to that Kiana's positioning as you were saying.
Yeah, that Kiana's positioning, she essentially just wanted to inhibit Venin and Silo from providing any util to like the main fight that was happening between the Pantheon and Stockton Ospreys. And Pantheon E was blocking majority of the damage, but Brandel did catch Pantheon post E, and they just bursted him down.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's just you're trying to have this 4v4 team fight, but your 4v4 is so much weaker, especially when you don't have information on where the Kiana is, and also Volibear can also still potentially TP flank from anywhere. And sure, you picked onto the Brand, but it doesn't necessarily matter, because even though he died, as he said, he got all his damage off, he got the ulti, he got his passive procced onto the Brand, onto the Pantheon, who had to kite back it into his team with it. And of course, the Seraphine ult just saw such an awkward angle for the fight, was only able to pick onto the Wukong clone, I believe.
Yeah.
The Wi-Fi go boot as a truly unfortunate one, but very, very common in this day and age. Get Ethernet, kids.
Going back to what you said, I do think that Stockton Ospreys like combo and team fighting potential is far better than Vengeance, because for Vengeance they have to land Seraphine ulti, they have to make sure Jhin is not getting engaged on by Kiana when he's ulting. Like Kiana can easily just interrupt Lux ult and Jhin ult. It's all just on positioning.
With that second dragon for the side of Stockton, it's just gonna be so much harder to contest these dragons, especially against Kiana, who is so strong in these river and jungle fights just due to how much area is being covered by her ulti alone. And these are champions, may I restate, that have such a hard time dealing with the Kiana once she's hidden into her grass element. Fuck you, Sammy. Don't think I didn't see that message. Anyway, yeah, Choms, he didn't have ult for that dragon fight. They used it to pick the Volibear top earlier, but Volibear isn't the biggest part for contributing these fights. He doesn't necessarily mean as much as getting a pick on picking the Kiana before she gets her damage off. And Kirito is a big danger here. He gets so much damage. Didn't get one shot. Did have to shoot Sammy. Very unlucky. Look what the world's come to. Fucking Valorant player thought he could talk shit, bro. What does he know?
It seems that the 30-second, yeah, the freeze.
Yeah. There we go.
Now it is interesting that Wukong has a great lead without having a death stance, and it does seem like he's itemizing Black Cleaver second, while Kiana is going for a Man Immune second item, which is extremely strong. and it's another power spike for Kiana, which will make her even more of a threat.
Unfortunately, she's getting it a bit late. She did get the tier at 14, so that man moon, even when she does complete, won't be having its actual like strength of the spike behind it until about like 25, 30-ish. But
Yeah.
but when that happens, it's gonna be so rough for Team Vengeance here. Just back to more farming, however. Pylon just gonna try and catch as many sideways against Kiana as possible. As she pushes in more and more. CS lead has closed a bit, and now Team Stockton's moving in the jungle. Maybe they can get picked. Ooh, double root on, but they didn't actually have the vision to continue the play there. As scoreboard broke a bit, but there you go. Nice and fixed. Yeah, Dumb Jungler's completed his Death Dance here. So that pick that they got onto him in the river fight is going to be a lot harder now. Especially if they're able to blow someone up and give him the Death Dance reset, as Kirito is in so much danger here. Yeah, they kind of know something's up, so they're peeling it back, defending this Pink Warrior's life as they're going on to the Wukong. But here comes Volibear from the side, Brandult on top. Jin is going and going and going. The shots come down as Ashe is unleashing her volley onto the Lux here. Double dub, not gonna mean anything as ult lands onto Volibear. Dumb Jungler returns to the brand, but here comes the Wukong turning onto Dumb Jungler, and Kiana finally makes it to fight, but the ult whiffs! The ult whiffs as Choms is slowly but surely taken out, and now Dumb Jungler is flashing. Kiana about to get blown up. They really need to take her out for the Destiny Field, but it's not gonna come soon enough. It's just going to be a 3-for-1. Kiana finally taken out here, but that has pings onto the Baron for the jungler has fallen.
That fight was a mess. The Saddle was far out of position and fell quickly to Ashe's volleys. And Malphite was going to chase the Ashe, but with the ultimates.
Yeah, we don't talk about the Malphite ultimate. Baron just gonna get taken out here as Kirito stepping up a bit further than she should be. He should be. And yeah, here comes the Ashe ult. That's the death. Yeah. And I think Venan actually might be in danger of dying here. Gonna be a walk it out.
The trap does slow, so he should be fine.
The trap slow gonna be enough. Till that you, as Seraphine, do not need to be at the Baron anymore. They're taking it, there's nothing you can do about it. Just move on with your day. With that, it's gonna be an 8k gold lead now. It's Balloon 2 here. With that, more farming. They're gonna try to get their waves synced up, I believe, here. Top wave has shoved in a turret. No one's there to catch it, actually. How many minions is that? That's like two. That was like 2 or 3 waves that have just gone fully unclaimed here. As Venan finally catches the bot wave, and Lux catches the mid wave. 1 level lead in the mid lane, 1 level lead in the bot lane, 1 level lead in the support role. 1 level lead in the top lane, and another pause, I believe.
Another Wi-Fi boom,
internet
possibly.
problems continue. But hey, you know what it is, Shiv. It's the 15-minute pause time win con. Bro, this win is gonna be epic. Read your rulebooks, folks. Jin has picked up the rapid fire can, so it's gonna be a bit easier for him to get his damage off in these fights. But the problem is, sure, you can get your auto in, but how much is that auto gonna do into the face of this Volibear, face of this Wukong with GA's second item?
Now, I do find it good that both the top laners are building a Winter's approach, and their tier stacks are far enough to where it'll become an entire Thimblewinter.
This is pause. Will it kill? Get your guesses in the chat. I think she's dead. Does have exhaust. Does it come down? Oh my god, she's
combo.
alive. Well, not for long, but like, wow.
Oh.
Didn't die the birth. I'm so shocked, actually. with that pick, I don't think they can go for Dragon at all. Kiana still has the ulti. They're just gonna have to sack it. They have the Baron adaptive force as well. It's so rough. And Sherlock's has stopwatch, but I don't know how much it means for that team. Ashe has picked up the Wit's End as well, so this Lux won't be dealing much damage to her either. Venin gonna go pick up this top wave here as more Iron Spikes start to come in. Kiana's gonna get her Cyrilba soon. This Wukong on his back should be able to get the, I believe that's gonna be Chempunk Chainsword. And Kiana's just gonna claim the rest of his vision in the bot side, gonna make pushing the spot lane turret so much easier. As Void gets the top wave in. Baron buff should be about over. As they're looking for a pick, but Wukong does have GA, so it's gonna be so much harder. Ashe ult to put a stop to it, as this brand is still unleashing damage. Pantheon's W gets cancelled by the Wukong ult, and now Choms is just in their 1v3, 3-man ulti on top, but here comes the Kiana ult onto 2. Venon's cleaned up, Silo off the back as well, and GA not even popped on the Wukong. It's just gonna be a 1 for 4, and the gold lead expands to 10k. Google League expansion. Seraphine wasn't able to get her ult off at all that fight. Just once again, these fights are happening in such big clumps. She's looking for like a 2 or 3 man ult, but it's just not working out due to the positioning and where these fights are taking place. And sure, the Malphite got 3-man ult off, but by the time the ult landed, Kiana had already shown up to cause so much disruption in the backline. But hey, Winter's approach finally complete for the Malphite. Kiana gonna get her Mana Moon soon, though. That's gonna be very hard to deal with. Because she's already almost one-shotting everyone without it, with it, well...
She also purchased and then Shroud's Grudge, along with 2 longswords.
That's so much AD. I don't think anyone can match her. Finally now, yeah. Dumb Jungler can try. He has the Empire W, but he doesn't have work. If he leave with that, yeah, the grass helmet's just so good at keeping her hidden. Another chunk ad, but look at that, the flank, the TP from Volibear. I think Silo needs to get sacrificed. Dumb Jungler gonna try to cut it out, but here comes the Lux ult. Barely dodged out. Great movement coming out from the Lux there. It looks like they'll be able to escape. Dumb Jungler does have the boost might move speed if he needs it, but they're just gonna pop the ult. I don't know about this one. I don't know why they try to go for a pick, but maybe onto Brand. Brand gonna have to flash actually, because Choms has showed up. Now Dumb Jungler is looking under the tank Volibear, but I really don't like this because here comes Wukong to the side. Cyclone laying onto the backline here, as Volibear ult gonna give him all the health he needs, and the Kiana ult off to the side just gonna clean him up. Venin running for his life. Kirito running for his life, but the Wukong just keeps on going, man. He has the Death Dance healing coming in as well. Venin walked up, but look at that, just slowed the Ashe, run down on the turret, cleanse is slow, he's taken out. Now, this game is virtually over. They're gonna push in for the end, I believe. 30-second death time is going on 20 now. Kiana pushing in mid, maybe they don't believe they can, but there's definitely at least 2 inhibs, I want to say.
At this point, they're just playing Sea Simulator. Kirito ran out of plot on them. They can't do it then anymore.
Yeah, it looks like they got 2 inhibs into backing off was to play. Maybe if Kiana pushed with them balling, they would have been able to end, but we weren't very close. Yeah, this Wukong is such a terror right now. A08 GA Death Dance is so hard for him to ever get popped. Venon's working towards his Infinity Edge, but that's a bit of a pipe dream.
Seems the 10k gold lead went to a 15k gold lead. That is crazy. Seems that Vengeance is pushing out their field of vision for this upcoming Drake in 22 seconds.
Yeah. It looks like they're just gonna be getting Baron, because look, midway, Ballway pushing in. I don't really know what this is supposed to be, as this is just gonna be a
Don't
free
know either.
Baron take. They can't really contest it. And look at that, they still have the vision, so they'll know. Yeah, look, they thought something was up, but it was already too late. Now mid bot are finally gonna start crashing, and Party Potato's just gonna go for the back door. I feel. Yeah, look at them. They're all going at 5. How do you defend this as Team Vengeance here? They're pushing as 5 in the top lane. Look at that huge wave that's fallen into their lap. Yeah, Team Vengeance back off the dragon. They can't even stop that. It's TP from Malphite, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to get off. One-man ult onto the Brand. Seraphine off the back, gonna land onto 5 people. More root on top, but where's the damage? Dumb Jungler gonna try to take one out. Ashe, Brand, they both go down. Volibear, he's gonna take it up for the front. GA still on the Wukong. Here comes the Kiana, a 2 for 2. That's kind of exactly what you need if you're the side of Team Vengeance, though. Big shutdowns going over to you. You get Baron off too. Sure, you don't get the dragon, but at least you survive. And with that, Gold League gonna close a tiny bit, only 16k now, but still.
This was a really good team fight for Vengeance because no one could reach their backline. Wukong and Kiana were all being stalled out by Pan.
Yeah, that was basically the dream fight for you. Your Pantheon was able to get onto the backline, your Seraphine 5-man ulti across the board, and what's it called? The enemy bot got assassinated, but at the same time, it's like you had your ideal fight and you only 2 for 2 them. You'd even get Wukong Jie, and now Kiana is back. She has her Edge of Night, so it's gonna be near impossible to pick her. And your team needs to start getting your Gruus wounds for the Ocean Soul. And his Volibear is still unkillable, man.
And the Ocean Soul just adds even more onto that. It just makes him even more of a nightmare.
It's about 300, 400 gold off of Infinity Edge at the very least here, but man, that brain damage on the Malphite is nothing to scoff at there. He only has 9 DMR. And as they are pushing in their triple inhib against Baron, they do not have the wave clear for this. It's a Jhin and Lux. They're gonna do their best, but one turret surely will go down here. Most likely both. As double the supers are pouring in. They're gonna look onto the Brand here, gets taken out live, but Kirito is ulted up by the Kiana, so he can't get a good ult off or the shields, and yeah, there goes Veen, and he's just taken out instantly. And yeah, that's gonna be the game. 2-1 for Team Stockton, who will go to winners finals, because I believe it's a double elimination tournament. And with that, it looks like the reverse 2-0 has occurred. Despite an explosive game 1, unfortunately, Team Vengeance not able to make it happen. They still did incredibly well in these 2 other games, even though it felt like some key moments just caused it to slip, like fighting these dragons where they just didn't have the ultis or the mans to contest. Really just led to some gold leads that started to spiral out of control. And of course, Team Stockton will get so much from their Barons every time. Not help either. With that, I believe I will see you next time with, I want to say, I don't know actually. I don't think there's actually a schedule for these matches other than grand finals. They just happen. No one tells me anything. What's the point of the casting notes channel? What's the point? What's the point?